This is Winter Park Paint and Collision. We were named the most badass body shop in Orlando, so we wanted to share that. I'm Dylan, the guy who came up with this. This is Dan, the mastermind behind Winter Park Paint and Collision. John, the master painter. And Stucky, the master baiter. We're not really sure what he does, but we keep him around. Here at Winter Park Paint and Collision, we're a family. We aim to bring you the best results.
Dan, did you take my damn ratchet? I swear I'm gonna hang you by your testicles.
Well, anyway.
Dan, I know you took my damn ratchet. I'm gonna find you, and then I'm gonna find the ratchet.
We get it, John. Enough of that. Let's get to it on Badass Body Shop.
Here we have a 2004 Freightliner Sprinter van. Belongs to Precision Cabinets. It's looking kind of old, looking kind of rough. Precision Cabinets is a fine quality company and they want to represent their business that way. So what we're doing now is going over the vehicle, finding any imperfections, getting ready to take it down. We'll remove the fender flares, remove the side windows, door handles, mirrors, and this vehicle's for a complete repaint.
Well, we got this big beast in here, and they want to make it look nice, you know, presentable for their business. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually start off by walking around a thing and seeing what it actually needs. So I'm going around and I'm actually wiggling my head back and forth, checking out to see if there's any dents in the thing. We're not going to get too carried away. However, I want it to look really nice to represent us as well. So I'm just walking around. I'll run my hand across it just to make sure it's nice and flat. I don't want my paint to look like crap when I'm done. There's a small one right there, and we'll just take care of that before primer. It's not a very glamorous process, but it's what we have to go through. See, there's a nice big one right there. We definitely want to take care of that one. I've already pre-marked that. Same way with this one. And then we should go ahead and wash it after this. After we wash it, then we're going to start sanding.
All right, so we're here. We're about to wash this beast. It's got diesel and it's got dirt, grime, mold, rust. So we got to get all that stuff off the surface. That way we're not digging into the paint with like sand and stuff like that. And also to remove chemicals such as diesel, which could cause fish eyes in the paint, which that's no bueno. Fish eyes, they are almost exactly what you would think. You look at the paint and it looks like little fish eyes all in the paint. And what that is it's a chemical reaction. Grease can cause it, sweat, fingerprints, diesel. There's a number of things that could cause it. Tire shine, and it just results in a really bad quality clear job or even in the base, depending on which kind you're using.
While they work on that, let's head over to Safari HP. These are one of our big clients. They build high-end Land Rover Defenders. They make trucks for VIP clients like celebrities, athletes, and movies like the ones featured in Fast and Furious.
All right, we're going to pay a visit now to Safari HP, one of our great friends and customers. We walk in this front door, we're kind of surprising them. They don't know we're here. When you walk in Safari HP, which keep in mind, this is their new building, everything is now still under construction. The first person you're going to meet, smiling face, Johanna. She is, I don't know, you call her receptionist, she does a lot more than just a receptionist. But she's one of the main people in keeping the operation going. We're going to sneak back here to the Oval Office. Back here is the executive offices of Safari HP. You're going to meet Jessica. She's kind of the heart of the operation. The place would come to a complete stop if she wasn't here. And I'm saying that, maybe other people would disagree with me, but Jessica, you want to tell us a little bit about what you do here? This room, when it's finished, is going to be where if a customer comes in to place their order on a custom vehicle, they sit down in here in this meeting room. They'll be able to pick all their options, everything that they desire for their dream truck, and then the build starts. So let's go this way. This room, when it's finished, will be a customer waiting room. You can see where certain parts and accessories are displayed on the wall, t-shirts. And here, we're coming into the belly of the beast. You'll find some builds that are currently under construction. Just the Land Rover 110. This, which is a Land Rover RSOV. It's a Ranger Special Operation Vehicle. It was actually used in combat, was owned by the United States government. This is the only RSOV that's currently in civilian hands. Very interesting vehicle. Here you see the guys working on this is a Land Rover 90 diesel that they're getting ready to sell. Oh, and here we have Steven. Steven, stop. Steven Peters, Safari
Good.
HP. How you doing today?
Good, man. Good.
We just stopped by to take a visit, see what's going on over here. Going over some of the builds you got going.
Yep.
You want to tell us a little bit about your new place?
16,000 square feet of mess at the moment. Yeah, we had 2 weeks to dump everything into this building. So now another 2 weeks to undump it.
You have, this is all your used engines and
Used parts.
used parts.
Used parts all over. Some new, mostly used. And
From
then
your
all
builds?
the new parts are
And then
here.
if you look up in the mezzanine there, you'll see a wide selection of new parts, all Land Rover Defender.
About $1 million in inventory.
$1 million in Land Rover Defender parts inventory. We're hoping for the best over here out of the new building and just keep growing in the popularity of the Land Rover Defender. So we're going to meet some of the people. Al? He's one of the great employees here at Safari HP. Every time I come in, he's working. Never stops.
Greatest place in the world to work.
What do you do here?
I do about everything.
Mostly assembly, just assembly.
Yes. Mostly assembly. Like
That's pretty.
Like take the rear diffs apart, put the new swivel ball seals, that kind of stuff. Brakes.
Pretty intricate. Pretty intricate
Yeah.
work. You gotta be really careful putting these together.
Oh, absolutely.
I know a lot of them with the new paint and everything on them. They're assembled, painted, and you gotta be really careful as not to
Yes, sir.
not scratch it. Because if
That's
you
it.
do, then the body shop guys are like, "What are you doing?"
They're gonna murder me.
As you look around and you saw the inventory inside the shop. Now, if we step out here, you can see the vast selection of used Land Rover Defenders, parts, vehicles being ready for build, vehicles that are for sale, even something that you find very rare. If you see the crate there, that is actually a brand new Land Rover body, never been assembled. And you'll also find brand new Land Rover chassis. I don't know of any other place to get a brand new Land Rover Defender chassis, but they have it all here at Safari HP. This is Brian. What are you building today, Brian?
Seat brackets.
Seat brackets. Is custom seat brackets
Custom seat brackets for, what is that, green?
and that's a 110?
Yes,
And these are the rear seat custom brackets?
yes. Middle row seat.
Middle row
Custom
seats.
seat.
So what you're doing is you're doing not a conventional middle row seat in a Land Rover Defender, but you're doing something totally custom.
Absolutely,
Is
yeah.
this the one that you guys are putting bucket seats in the rear?
Yes, the customer ordered bucket seats for itself, so we make the brackets to fit land seats.
So pretty much anybody wants for their Land Rover Defenders, you guys can fabricate and make it work.
Yep.
Terrific.
Can be done.
We're gonna let you do your thing.
We have one in our shop right now. Let's take a look.
All right, so we've got a Land Rover Defender here for a total makeover. She had a lot of damage and also a snorkel that is being removed. I'm gonna have to drill these out and then fill these in. I've already filled in the holes where the snorkel was mounted here for the air duct. We've had some severe damage on this door, a little bit on this quarter here, a lot of damage here, which you may not be able to see it, but it's definitely pretty banged up. End cap had to be removed. We're replacing that with a brand new one. This is going to have to be reworked in order to get this straight. This one needs to be reworked as well. We can save this end cap with just minor fix right there. Now we go to this side. You've got a nice little crease here and here. And then it looks like we've got freckles all over the side, which those are little mini dings. And then we come up here and this beam right here. These are actually not called fenders, these are wings. These side caps. This one's pretty mangled up, so we're going to cut this one out and replace this one. And hopefully we will have the brand new hood for this. In very poor condition. Got some molding falling apart. And we've got some severe damage under here where the core structure actually got creased. And when you have a structure that gets creased, sometimes it's best to just replace it rather than try to fix it, because when you cut corners like that, you may compromise on actually putting the structure back into it. So it's a good thing to replace things like these.
Yeah, my name is David Diskin. I used to have a warehouse, lots of cars, lots of Mopar parts. Recently moved out of my warehouse, so I now have a trailer across the street selling my surplus shop items, which is why I came over here to the body shop. Came by just to check and see if they could use some of my warehouse items, shop items.
Oh, we're coming over here to look at some stuff. A gentleman had closed down his shop. See what he's got. First thing I see is a pit stop chair, kind of like the one I have, but just a wee bit different.
This was new when I bought it, so the butt pretty well wore out, and that's just from being in here. But if you're sitting in it, doesn't look too bad.
Somebody was a Mopar fan.
That'd be me.
See a couple big block Mopar intake manifolds here. Packing peanuts. Never go wrong with packing peanuts.
I don't know if you
I'd
can
possibly
see it.
be interested in the barrel fan. I saw it's pretty much like the one I have over there.
Yeah, they're pretty standard. 36-inch diameter. It's got 2-speed. I bought it off Craigslist with no electronics, so I put a new motor in it and belt and all, made the bracket and all that stuff. So.
What do you want for that chair?
And
All right, while Dan's taking care of that, let's see what Stucky's doing at the shop.
I am sanding down the inside jamb of a 78 Porsche door. Getting it ready to be shot out.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's see what Dan got.
Well, we're walking back over to the shop. Got me a chair. We'll take it up to my upholstery guy. Have him do a little customizing on it. As everybody knows, or everybody really says, that I don't do nothing but sit around, which I trade them any day of the week, and it matches my shirt. I can sit in this chair and hide.
This chair could use some parts, But what about parts for your car? What if it's discontinued? Here's a little inside information.
Often here at Winter Park Paint and Collision, we're tasked with finding parts for older or discontinued cars. We do a lot of classic car paint and restoration. Today we have a 1978 Porsche 911 SC Targa. Some of the chrome trim on the car has been damaged over the years, and our client wants them replaced because he's looking for a perfect show condition car. Generally, my first source, if I don't know somebody personally that's in the business of that car, I go to the internet. Always, Google is my friend. So we typed in 1978 Porsche 911 trim and came up with several places. Gullwing Motors is always a very good one, and Pelican Parts. A lot of times we'll use eBay. eBay can direct us to several suppliers for the parts. So we'll go to eBay and see if we can find what we're looking for. And here, Porsche 996 Carrera 911 side door sill plate scuff trim, aluminum stainless. And there we have it. At that point, we'll mark down where we can get it from, and we'll contact our customer, of course, to see if that's exactly what they want. Sometimes on a restoration or concourse car, it has to be an exact Porsche part, which we are tasked with finding that also. And it's not always a Porsche. We work on a wide variety of cars, old American muscle collector cars from the 20s all the way up. Now on the newer vehicles, it's a much easier job. In a high production vehicle, parts are readily available, aftermarket or OE, which we have several OE suppliers for most of our American cars and some of our imports.
So this is us, Winter Park Paint and Collision. We're a mismatched family of love-hate relationships. But you know what? We know how to get stuff done. We're trying something different here, so if you like what you see, make sure you hit subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram as well. Here's a look at what's happening on the next episode.
Oh, right now we're taking a trip over to one of our clients on the paint job of the Sprinter van.
Behind me, I have a 2006 Mustang GT.
What we have here today is 1951 Chevrolet Deluxe convertible.
I have a feeling what you did was you ordered all the stuff that I wrote on the bottom of the estimate and not the stuff that I X'd at the top.